Ladies and gentlemen, City 3 Sports presents to you this evening the game at the Yanitelli Center in Jersey City, the 1992 NJSIAA North Jersey Parochial B High School Championship, featuring the St. Anthony's Friars 28-1 versus Marist Royal Knights 28-1. Patrick Farrar and my partner, Bruce Dabney. Bruce, let's get it on.
Right, as a matter of fact, Halim Abdullah, the guard, 5'7", a junior from St. Anthony's, tough defensive player, has just been announced. He'll be the starting guard.
You know, Bruce, there's no more to say about this game except, like I said, Marvin Gaye put the best, let's get it on.
Right, and Randy Encarnacion, the other guard for the Marist Royal Knights, he's a junior at 6'1". Tough player, can shoot the three. Mike Goins, the senior guard, tough man, averages 6.5 points a game, 5 boards and 3 assists. He's been with the Friars for 4 years. And here's the man with the touch, John Giraldo. He's so good from three-point range, they'll have to D him, shooting 50% from three-point range.
An important card, Bruce, Rashawn McLeod.
He's here, and he's an important cog in that wheel for the St. Anthony Friars. 6'8", young man's a junior and swatted away.
He has to stay in the game.
No question about it, because he has an ankle injury. Here he is, the junior, the man who can slam it home. Number 32, Donnell Williams.
Bruce, the key matchup in the game.
That's right, and he's averaging about 19 points a game. And he's just a junior. Jaleel Roberts, 6'5", 6'6", maybe 6'7", with that high hair, dude.
Nah, yeah, maybe 6'7".
He can shoot it, though, from three-point range. Jaleel Roberts for the Friars. Here he comes, Mr. Anderson, Jason Anderson, forward. He's a senior, tough D. They say he may try to contain Mr. Roderick Rhodes, but no one does that.
In this last game, here as a high schooler.
That's right, number Roderick Rhodes. He's the all-time leading scorer, surpassing the famous Manny Johnson as 1,865 points. And here he is, Roscoe Harris for the Royal Knights. All-time leading scorer in Royal Knight history with 1,966 points. The number 4 leading scorer in Hudson County history, Roderick Rhodes, is the number 7 scorer in Hudson County history.
You know, Bruce, as we start this game off, first of all, let's get the referees. Mr. Rich
Leller.
And Mr. George Harry.
Hey, 2 first names.
Yeah, I gave it a hard one, Bruce, on purpose.
Gianella. Yes, that's Rich Gianella. So it's play ball now. Both teams are 28-1. Enough has been said in the pre-game show. As you would say, let's get it on.
Yeah, St. Anthony's is rated number 2, as we see Roscoe Harris, number 34, Jason Anderson, number 23, Donnell Williams, 32, John Giraldi, number 10, and Randy Encarnacion, number 30, the other guard.
And of course, that coached by the young Mike Leonardo, who's done a fantastic job.
The student of Bob Hurley.
Yes, indeed.
He started with him. Bruce, here we go. It comes down to patience and poise.
And Roscoe Harris with the ball.
Okay, he goes to the hole. Rebound, Rod Rose, and he got hit in his face.
Yeah, accidentally in the face. So good move by the referee. Good move as he calls timeout as Roger got hit in the face, in the eye, I believe. Hopefully, Roderick Rhodes will be okay.
He looks okay.
That was Rich Gianella who called the timeout. Nice job by Rich Gianella, because that was definitely
Anthony's defeated by Marist last year by 12 points in the parochial B at Jersey Armory. Bruce, I was at that game. It's a game that Marist had caught up with St. Anthony's after being down by 12 points and about in the first half. As a matter of fact, it got down to 4 points with about 3 minutes and 43 seconds left until the Friars took over.
Yeah, but Roderick Rhodes went to the bench with that injury timeout. And number 15 is in there placing him, Terrence Hunt, who's on his way to the University of Maine. Tough man-to-man D right now.
That's going to be the key matchup.
Better believe it. Again, they swing the ball very well, the Friars.
Jaleel Roberts.
Stop. He can shoot it.
Count it.
And they've got to pop out. Nice screen set up for Jaleel Roberts. They've got to watch that. That 1-4 offense used by the Friars.
You know, Bruce, this is interesting here. Mike Goins, a tough defender, they're not letting Giraldi bring up the ball because they're trying to keep it out of his hands.
Yeah, he's got to move on offense. Look at it, double teaming him in the corner.
That's what they did already.
That's that tough defense, and possession goes to the Friars. But again, that tough D, they're going to really double team. St. Anthony's, their defense is usually what they utilize for their transition game. If they can tighten up that D against Marist, Marist could be in for a long night. And they're pressing as well. So they're going to pressure the guards. Nice move by the Marist Royal Knights. If there's any weak link in the game, it's against the guards of the St. Anthony Friars.
Only from the extent of constant scoring.
That's it. But
he has to shoot it. He has to shoot it.
And that's what you want him to do, though. Let him shoot it. They'll take that.
And more importantly, he has to stop Giraldi.
Well, Giraldo can really shoot the ball. Giraldo has had 27 points and 28 points in his last 2 games. On his way, of course, to Monmouth College. Nice switch in defense. Abdullah is one heck of a defensive player. And that's what you want. They call the basket off as he made it, but it's called off. But there's a foul on Abdullah, and that's what you don't want to see. If Abdullah gets into foul trouble, it could be a long night for the Friars.
I think the situation that Marist might be working on is to get the ball where Giraldi makes 1 or 2 dribbles to the hole. Rather than a situation like this. And this was a matchup I thought was going to happen. Goins on Giraldi eventually, which happened here. Goins such a fine defender.
Well, Giraldo really is a heady ball player. We'll take what you give him.
And at this point, he has to see Roscoe Harris and Austin. This is Giraldo's game right here.
And he can shoot it in and out.
Rebound.
McLeod. But as you can see there, the matchup, nice save by Giraldo. Goins. Now it's a block foul called on Encarnacion.
It's a good call.
Sure, it was.
Good call. Good save by Giraldi.
But just what we thought before the game started, Jaleel Roberts is guarding Roscoe Harris. And he's following Roscoe Harris wherever he goes. They're double teaming Giraldo because they want to make him work. The fatigue factor could take effect here against Giraldo. He's got to work for every shot he takes.
And also we have to deal with the fact that, again, the team that establishes the paint in this particular game, I think, is going to take the dominance, will have the dominant factor because the outside shooting is so good on both squads.
Yes, Goins on the line. Senior, tough player, makes it 4-0 in favor of the Friars.
Not flashy, but steady and consistent, which is at this level is more important.
Yes, he's an unselfish player. He knows his role. A college would be wise to pick this young man up. What a rebound by Donnell Williams. Got it very high on that.
Now, Bruce, this is a 2-point situation here, it looks like. Giraldi has to get the ball across court and also...
Watch the trap, though.
Make sure that he gets it in the right spot.
He does. And this, you gotta guard him.
That was the right spot.
You've got to guard him. McLeod may be favoring that ankle. And that's a 3-point shot by Donnell Williams.
And also, Bruce, if Williams is able to hit that shot, that will take Roscoe in the low paint where I think he can dominate Roberts.
Nice play by Roscoe Harris as he switched off his man to pick up Abdullah driving the lane. Got in position, got the charge foul. What Abdullah's trying to do is draw his man to, that's 2 fouls on Abdullah, and that could really signal trouble for the Friars.
Here's something interesting, Bruce. Bill Lovett is coming in right now, taking Abdullah's spot. We haven't seen him all year long, but apparently he's earned the spot right in this game.
Well, he's got speed. They need quickness. That's what Coach Shirley wants. Nice reversal of the ball. They're very patient. Jason
ball movement.
You got to watch
the job done here.
That's right.
Not dribbling.
And right there, nice defense. Give it up to your guard. The big man had no business trying to dribble that ball once he picked it up.
You know, Bruce, I think also with the kind of ball move that Marist has, which can open up the inside, I think a player like Giraldi, who's a senior here, has to look for that opening right away.
Yes, as right now we have number 15, Terrence Hunt, playing Donnell Williams. Nice rebound by McLeod.
Interesting enough, Roderick Still's not in the game yet.
No, Roderick, maybe something wrong with that eye. And Coach Shirley is wise to rest him early. Again, the ball movement. You don't have that threat with Roderick Rhodes now, and they can afford to try to double team or pick up on Jaleel Roberts. Nice dish inside.
Good shot by Levin, and more importantly, the tipping by Rashawn McLeod, an important factor inside.
Yeah, close to goaltending there, though, wasn't called. But Rashawn McLeod seems to be getting off the ball. It's just that he may not be able to move laterally as quick as they want him to. And that's why you have Terrence Hunt. As you see the nice pick, the double screen set up down low, but nice job on defense by St. Anthony. Oh, Roscoe Harris with the rebound in the basket.
You know, Bruce, at this point, the equalizing factor is not having Rod in the game.
No question about that. I mean, he's an All-American.
To the point to which Marist has gotten a great deal of confidence right in approaching this game.
Look how quick that he gets that shot off, but that was a bad shot by Jaleel Roberts. Geraldo brings it up. Again, you're right about not having... Canessione can stick to three, so they got to pick him up.
Geraldo, again with patience.
Again, we've got Terrence Hunt now on Donnell Williams. We've got McLeod playing Anderson. And Jaleel Roberts guarding Roscoe Harris. Another turnover.
Good steal by Terrence Hunt.
Yes, Terrence Hunt is playing a very good game on his way to University of Maine. And again, as you indicated, Roscoe Harris, or Roderick Rhodes is on the bench. Oh, forced that shot. I wonder how severe that injury is to Roderick.
Rebound Harris.
Harris is really getting underneath there. Almost a nice follow-up by Donnell Williams, but a foul is called on the play.
You know, I've seen Donnell Williams about 6 times this year, and each time I see him, he's getting bigger and getting better.
Substitution coming in now for the Marist Royal Knights, and that's number 12, Warren Anderson. So Encarnacion goes to the bench. Tough D. Both teams are playing that tenacious defense. You've got to work for every shot, almost a steal. Nice dish. They look for the open person very well.
And he walked.
Yes, he did.
Again, number 12.
And number 3 is coming back in the game.
Roderick Rhodes.
And Roderick is headed to the University of Kentucky. First team All-American in Parade Magazine. 1992 Gatorade New Jersey Boys High School Player of the Year. All-time leading scorer at St. Anthony. And 2-time All-American All-Star selection, All-State selection in the Star Ledger. And will participate in the McDonald's All-Star game. So you know why he's important.
Bruce, at this point, the game is level. It's even. The game tempo should change since Rhodes comes in the game. We'll see how long it'll take.
Well, they're working very hard for their shots. The defense switching, a lot of screens, a lot of movement on offense. No one standing still.
And again, patience is important for Marist.
They have to, because look how they deny the ball. They cover the passing lanes there.
And a good
move. Switch. Yes, good move, but Jaleel Roberts. Roscoe Harris with the foul.
Good patience. It was very good patience by Marist.
But you see how they have a man flashing down the court every time? Because if you look at the size differential, St. Anthony should control the defensive and offensive boards.
But on the other side of that, Bruce, Marist, I think, has the overall shooting aspect over St. Anthony's this evening. And if the Royal Knights start hitting those outside shots, that man will come back and stay on the side of the court.
Well, that's what they're trying to deny them, the perimeter game. Uh-oh, technical foul. Wow, that's
Bruce, I pointed out initially, we're talking about patience and poise that also has to extend to the coach, too. At this point, they don't need that.
No, that was called on Mike Leonardo. Rich Gialella called the technical foul on the team, so that will be shots automatically.
Going in the foul line is Jaleel Roberts.
Jaleel Roberts will shoot the fouls, the technical fouls. Jaleel Roberts.
I think at this point, coach has to realize that these refs are from Central New Jersey. They haven't been used to his particular temperament, and they're going to call him one more techno. He's out the game, so he has the coach.
That's right, and you can't afford that early in the game. Although that's a way of firing your team up. However, you don't need that.
At this point, I don't think it's firing up the team. I think it was a distraction.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what he said.
Well, after the call, really, the technical came because of the fact that Leonardo thought that it was a good play by Roscoe Harris, but it wasn't. But again, Leonardo has been animated with other referees in the county, and they're used to him. Yeah, but again, with referees from Central Jersey who are not used to him, and particularly if a game of this importance, they're not going to hear a lot of chatter.
Yeah, but I would have given them a warning first. I think that was a little bit premature.
You're right, but I think, again, the refs are an important factor. Can they establish control, or will they dictate the game?
Well, two teams of this caliber, you don't have to worry about control. They're under control. It's 9-5 with 2 minutes left to go in the first quarter.
And those foul shots gave Jaleel Roberts 6 points.
Yes, two big foul shots, but he missed one.
And a good move by Goins.
Yeah, that was a mismatch inside, and they got the ball to the right man. And that's what Bob Hurley always works on. Of course, he has over 500 wins. They've won 9 straight parochial B championships and trying to go for the 10th. And they've won 2 out of 3 Tournament of Champions.
Excellent defense by St. Anthony's, who trapped and got back and stopped Harris before he got that shot off.
You want to deny them the easy shot and deny him the ball. Nice defense by Goins. Boy, what a tough player he is. And again, it's a 6-point lead with about 1:30 left to go here in the first quarter of play.
Edison brings the ball in.
You know, these Friars are ranked number 2 in the country, number 1 in the state. Marist now is rated number 10 in the country and number 2 in the state. But interesting enough, though, Pat, guess who was seated number 1 in the bracket?
Marist, because of the fact that they inside Williams, but that's a foul.
Yeah, and they're doubling up, though, on Roscoe Harris. A lot of doubling up inside.
You know, and I think that's interesting because I think the double would be on Williams because Roscoe Harris has, at this point, maybe a little bit more versatility in his game than what Williams has.
That's right. However, that was a foul called on number 11. Nice! Oh, my goodness. Someone lost his man on a nice screen, and that was Bill Lovett's man.
And, Bruce, let me ask you a question. When's the last time you've seen that happen to St. Anthony's like that?
I haven't. Warren Anderson scored the basket. We've got 1 minute left to go. And boy, the defense inside. Roderick Rhodes, as we see him with the ball.
That's another key. Rhodes hasn't scored yet. Goins, good move.
He can hit that shot. Nice rebound by Jaleel Roberts.
Stepped out of bounds.
But that was nice rebounding. That's what I mean by the rebounding strength inside and the advantage that St. Anthony has.
Full court press. Let's see how they handle it.
2-2-1. Okay. Nice. They broke it well. Broke it very well. Nice patience. Roscoe Harris, nice movement. They really worked that. That's textbook right there.
And Bruce, guess who he learned it from? Guess who Coach Leonardo learned it from?
Of course, Bob Hurley. Roger Gross with his first shot. They fight for the rebound. Jaleel Roberts. He's tied up by Giraldo, and it's a jump ball situation. The arrow is pointing St. Anthony's way. No, it's going the other way. That's going to be Marist. That's going to be Marist ball.
The refs have got this together, but even if it is Marist's ball, they deserve it. You know, usually when they have the situations where the arrow is pointing in a particular direction, sometimes it doesn't go to the advantage of the team that created the defensive play. This time, it did.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, this is a very tightly played first quarter, 11-9. If not for those technical foul shots, this would be a tie ball game.
This is a very important 10 seconds right here.
No question about it. Giraldo, you want to get the ball to Giraldo Roscoe Harris. Giraldo's the man who shoots it. 3-point. And that's the man we call. 12-11.
It's a two-pointer.
Oh, two-pointer. 11-11. They call it a two-pointer.
Bruce, I thought it was going to be a very important last 10 seconds because it established precedent, particularly for Marist.
It's 11-11. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better 8 minutes on the first quarter. It ended up with the ball in the hands of the man you wanted to, either Giraldo or, of course, Roscoe Harris. Giraldo had the open shot, took it, and knotted this ball game up. You know, Giraldo is shooting 50% from three-point range. So that tells you the kind of accuracy this young man has, particularly around the perimeter shot. And give you some stats for the Marist Royal Knights. They are very tough. They have made, as a team, 188 three-point shots out of 465. So their accuracy is really, really tough, from that range.
Bruce, two things that are significant in this first quarter. First, when Roderick Rhodes went out with the eye injury but came back in, his presence has yet to be established. And secondly, it led to the second aspect that it's given Marist confidence. They feel that they can play this game.
Well, there's no question about that. However, if Mr. Rhodes can get it going, look out. Marist right now is ranked number 2 in the Star Ledger poll, number 3 in the Bergen Record poll, number 2 in the Daily News Golden 20 poll, and number 10 in USA Today. And Roscoe Harris, of course, is headed to Villanova as we start the second quarter.
And Mike Goins at the top of the key. And it's unusual, I have not seen Abdullah back in the game.
And they double team Roderick Rhodes. Nice play. They got one man fronting him and one man playing him in the back, and they're going to try to deny him the ball, make him work hard for the shot.
Bruce, you know, we've seen Roderick since a freshman, now he's a senior. This is where the completeness of his game will show. And the importance of a game like this.
Certainly, he's got to step up to another notch. Nice steal by Roscoe Harris. Harris, boom! Slam dunk.
He slammed it.
McLeod was wide open and no one saw him. No one got back on D. They better watch that.
Again, and a presence in the aspect of trying to establish Roderick Rhodes. Bill Lovett.
What a tricky shot that was. That was like, okay, throw it up.
You know, in a game like this, he can become a key factor in this game.
He's quick. I can see why Coach Hurley has him in there. It's 13-13. As Marist had their first lead for a moment, 13-11. Nice D by Jaleel Roberts. You know, they deny you the ball. They really work the passing lanes and deny the pass into the passing lanes quite well. Both teams do. As you see Coach Hurley shouting out instructions to his players.
Roscoe Harris.
Boy, that's a shadow on Roscoe Harris. And there's a foul being called.
You know, Bruce, with all the intensity that's involved in this game, a lot of people might want to put the label of these two teams don't dislike each other. Hardly the case. These players are friendly with each other. Many of them come from the same neighborhood here in Jersey City and in Bayonne. And this is really a friendly rivalry between this game.
Yes, no question about it. And the ball's knocked out of bounds. There's not a shooting foul in that last sequence with 7 minutes and 2 seconds. Both teams have 4 fouls each. You know, in high school ball, the 7th foul, you go 1-1.
Okay.
Nice move.
Back to Giraldi.
Yeah, Giraldo can really stick. You got to guard him. Roscoe Harris gets it down low. Tough shot. Nice rebound by Rhodes.
A matchup, I think, the Maroon Knights has to exploit because Roscoe's physical ability at this point can overshadow Jaleel's defense.
Almost a steal.
Rashawn McLeod.
Well, you want him out there. You don't mind him being at the top. Although Rashawn can shoot the 3. There's the man. Roderick Rhodes.
His first points at 6:31 in the first half.
But it gives the Friars a 15-13 lead. And Roderick can really do it. As a matter of fact, he only needs 3 more points now to move into 6th place on the all-time scoring list. Nice. Look at that Donnell Williams getting down low. And it goes out of bounds. But Roscoe Harris now only needs 3 points to pass Michael Corrin to be the 6th leading scorer in Hudson County history. You know who's number 1? Bill Rafferty.
Yeah, number 2. Again, the same play.
And they're getting away with that. Someone is not picking up their men on those screens. And it's just a box. It's just a box offense, and they just screen for one another, and they're getting free.
You know, Bruce, sometimes when your philosophy that you interpret that somebody else has used on you, maybe sometimes you misinterpret it where you don't recognize it yourself. I think this is a situation that happened with St. Anthony's here, because that doesn't happen to Bobby Hurley's team.
No question, but Warren Anderson will shoot too. He's going to the line.
Anderson has 2 points.
He now has 3, makes it 15-14.
Again, Bruce, as we discussed earlier, it's going to be the fringe players that's going to really make the difference in this game. We know what the trifecta can do for Marist, Harris, Williams, and Giraldi, but it's players like Anderson and Lovett who have to step up to really bring on the win for either team this evening.
Well, Lovett loves his position of playing here tonight for the Friars. He's done well the time he's been in there. Nice pass. Way to look for the inside man. Just in and out.
And a great steal almost a great steal by Roberts.
He stole it, but Giraldo stole it back. 3-point shot.
This is Roscoe's game here.
Look out. And you saw how they looked for the open man. Perimeter game is what Marist really excels in. It makes it 17-15.
Bruce, right now, there's a lot of chatter going on between Harris and Roderick Rhodes. The last time he came, Roderick called for the ball.
And he called for it, but nice defense by Roscoe Harris there. He didn't go for that behind the back dribble.
Particular attention should be given to Harris and Rhodes right now. There's a lot of conversation going on. Abdullah, great move, rebound, Roscoe Harris.
Yeah, Roscoe was right there for the rebound. But he had to force that shot, Abdullah. Darnell Williams, good. And they're killing him with the perimeter shot, 20 to 15. And that forces the St. Anthony Friars to call a timeout.
Then, Bruce, we had said before, the trifecta is at it.
Right, if the St. Anthony defense can't pick up and stop that perimeter game, they've got problems.
You know something, the thing about it, Williams has an inside game that's just as potent as his outside game. Again, this will bring a situation up that can really put Anthony's in a lot of trouble. But we can't forget, Bob Hurley is a master at adjustments.
Yes, there's no question about that. As we see the St. Anthony Friar cheerleaders on the court, but look at the huddle there as the coaches of St. Anthony, along with Bob Hurley, get together. And of course, the Marist Royal Knight huddle, they have to be very confident at this time.
Bruce, one adjustment that's going to have to made it immediately is to get Roderick Rhodes the ball.
Well, they have to, but the defense being employed by the Marist Royal Knights is really tenacious at this point.
Darnell Williams has 6 points, 2 3-pointers. Roscoe Harris has 9 points.
And Roscoe is playing at a level these last couple of weeks that you know he's peaking. And he has 1,966 points coming into this game. You know he wants to play another high school game so he can get into that 2,000 coveted club. It's 5 minutes and 2 seconds left to go.
Okay, Bruce, at 5:02 right now, Roderick Rhodes, we can see the crowd here. Roderick Rhodes has just 1 or 2 field goals and 2 rebounds.
But he hasn't played much, but this crowd is outstanding.
And the reason why I said that's important, let's see what happens at 4:50, the third quarter.
Look how they're boxing now. They are clearing out the St. Anthony rebounders. Nice defense and nice boxing out by the Marist Royal Knights.
A dangerous pass. With that kind of distance against St. Anthony's.
Oh, he's quicker. He really, look at that rebound by Darnell Williams. And he's fouled on the play. Williams will not be denied tonight.
Darnell Williams is making his statement that this time next year, he will be the man in Hudson County.
Yeah, Darnell Williams will shoot 2 from the line. And how they got here for this game. St. Anthony's defeated St. Mary's of Elizabeth 79-34. They defeated Patterson Catholic 82-36, and then defeated Essex Catholic 56-39. Marist, with the higher seed, only had to play 2 games. They defeated St. Patrick's of Elizabeth 77-60. Just before that game, there was a pep rally, and Darnell Williams broke down the backboard, shattered it at Marist Gymnasium, and then they defeated Roselle Catholic 80-47.
Bruce, at 4:24 with Marist up by 6 points, it's important to recognize that Roderick Rhodes is back out of the game. I think his eye injury that he got in the first quarter still might be affecting him.
That could be a significant factor as they break the pressure.
Marist up.
As Darnell Williams made 1 of 2 foul shots. And you have back in the game for St. Anthony's as Goins pops out. They'll work the ball for a good shot. They'll try to get into Jaleel Roberts' hands. Terrence Hunt is back in the game. Abdullah from 3-point range. I don't think that's his game.
He has to drive to the hole and dish off. That's where his strength comes, to utilize his quickness.
You see how they wait for the shot. Darnell Williams. And it goes saved by Abdullah.
Great
nice job.
Play by Abdullah. But now what he has to do is see the court. Jaleel Roberts.
Jaleel gets the ball back out. Smart move by Jaleel. It's been 1-on-3. He got the ball back out. They'll work patiently for a shot. They are really pressing. Alley-oop backdoor play. Did not work. He's on the line. Poorly thrown pass. I don't think there was anything there.
At this point right now, St. Anthony's is trying to find its stride right now without Roderick Rhodes because it's really they're behind by this many points. And also they have to make a physical adjustment now because in the past with these teams, they could just physically put themselves back in the game. But they have a matchup now.
They're spreading the floor. You've got at the high post, Darnell Williams. They'll work for an easy or high percentage shots. If the 3-point shot is there, they'll take it. Watch for the backdoor play here. Turn your head or the give and go. You can run any number of offensive plays from this set. The thing is patience, and that's what you must have. Roscoe Harris now, and they kind of like wheeling on a motion offense here.
The ball has to be in Giraldi's hands.
Yeah, Giraldo will get the ball, and he can set it. Watch the spin move. Nice giving. There you go.
And a good block.
You've got to watch that backdoor play here. When you turn your head, Giraldo's spin move, drew the man to him, and hit the open man. That's right. Now it's 1-1 now, Pat. Anytime Marist is fouled, they'll get 1-1 the bonus shot. This gym is, I've never seen a gym this packed before. This is capacity crowd here at Yanitelli Center. Bill Stein has to be congratulated for allowing this NJSIAA game to be moved here from Wayne Valley High School.
Darnell Williams, that's 1 for 3 at the line. He has 7 points presently.
Yeah, and he's usually a very good foul shooter.
And also, Bruce, as we know in these type of games, if you can't foul shoot, you can't stay in the tournament. And both teams are very good foul shooters.
68% from the foul line. He's averaging 18 points a game and about 7 rebounds a game. They're playing at 2-2-1. Got to play center field. Nice move by Jaleel Roberts, but it rolls out. Reverse layup, down court to Geraldo. 2 points. And everything is going to Marist Royal Knights away, 24-15.
But Bruce, with that in mind, they also have to deal with the fact they still have to play their game. They can't let the emotional factor of being up by 9 points at this time with 2:13 in the second quarter get to the point where they become careless.
Yeah, no question about that. However, if they can continue this lead and continue playing this way without making mistakes, it's going to be an exciting game right down to the end of the 32-minute mark if we don't go into overtime. But right
about
now,
2 minutes left. Where are they going to find Roderick Rhodes within this offense with the short time left in the first half?
They've got a system.
There it is.
There it is, right there. Nice move. You see, a nice pick. He came right off the paint, right off the screen. Nice pass and an easy layup for Roderick Rhodes. You've got to get him in the offense.
Roderick with the ball.
Guarded by Mike Goins. Roscoe Harris stops, pops, and he did walk. 7-point lead now, and that's what you can't afford to do.
And even though he walked, Bruce, it's a situation that I'm quite sure Marist will exploit again, because if you get John Giraldo in the corner set, you can just automatically count the points.
Yeah, what the St. Anthony Friars defense has to do is not leave Giraldo. Someone has to stay on him, because if he gets hot,
Bruce, again, I see St. Anthony's going right back to Roderick Rhodes again in some fashion.
Well, you have to. You got to get him involved in the offense. If they concentrate on Rhodes, you'll have 2 men picking up, and he can dish off to the open person. He had the easy shot there. Oh, that's no matchup. That's no matchup. What they did was created a mismatch there, too. You had Giraldo on Jaleel Roberts for the offensive rebound.
So, Bruce, at this point, an important factor has to be dealt with, and that's the fact that St. Anthony's has not had a lot of outside shooting at this point. And unless they get that right now, they can't really open up Roderick without going to the hole, which can also cause problems, because if he starts charging or gets in a situation where he can't dish off effectively, it's going to put them out of their offense.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is that what happened there, they got the big men away from the defensive boards then with that offensive play that St. Anthony Friars ran.
6 points for Roberts, and he's hit 4 of 5 from the foul line.
So it's 24-20 now. Nice shot, but rebound is saved.
Again, set up
by Darnell Williams. Got a minute left.
A minute left.
Here in the second quarter of play.
Roscoe Harris again goes up.
That was almost partially blocked. He had to force his shot there.
Down the court.
Goins on Giraldo. Nice dish.
Terrence Hunt. Good shot. Giraldo
nice down by Giraldo. Nice defense, though, by Abdullah.
And right now I see Marist holding the ball for the last shot, Bruce.
And I do believe this game is going to go right down to the wire. As you see the Friars making a move. Nice defense by Terrence Hunt. Stolen by Roderick Rhodes. Slams it home. Roderick Rhodes makes it 24-22.
And that's the most excited I've seen Roderick come in a long time. It's a 2-point lead.
With about 14 seconds left to go. And we'll come back after this.
Nice for your friends. Next time you go out with them, if they're going to be drinking alcohol, offer to be the designated driver for the evening. That means you stick to non-alcoholic drinks and drive everyone home safely. Next time, one of them can do the same thing for you. You could be saving them from being arrested or having a serious accident. You could even be saving their lives. Now that's what I call a friend. For more information on drinking and driving, write the Will Rogers Institute, White Plains, New York.
We're back. John Giraldo just just hit the 2 foul shots to make it 26-22. 10 seconds left in the half. Roderick Rhodes.
But the Friars are getting Roderick Rhodes back in the offense. And that's the difference here. Nice defense,
2
though,
seconds left
by Jason Anderson. Anderson knocks it out of bounds, so you have 2 seconds remaining in the half. 26-22.
Bruce, at this point, I see him going to either Roberts or Rhodes right now.
Get it to Rhodes.
Jumper.
He shoots it. Oh, right off the back iron.
As we're in the first half, Marist 26, St. Anthony's 22. It's been a long time since the St. Anthony's Friars have been behind at halftime, but they are today, and truly an exciting game for the New Jersey North Parochial B High School Championship. St. Anthony's 22, the Royal Knights 26.
Yes, but you know there was some adjustment made by Coach Shirley when he put Roderick Rhodes back into that game. Several screens were set for him, and they got the ball in his hands more often than that last 3 or 4 minutes because they were down by 9. He came back into the game. They got him involved. They're only down by 4.
And again, Bruce, we had mentioned the fact that if Roderick got back in the game quickly, something good was going to happen.
Oh, and you can bet at halftime there will be some adjustments made by Coach Shirley. At the same token, the Marist Royal Knights have played very well here. Coach Leonardo has these young men prepared to play well, and their perimeter game got going early.
With that in mind, Bruce, the Royal Knights have to remember St. Anthony's has been here before many times. They can't let the fact that they're up by 4 points get them in a situation where they can establish a comfort zone and not concentrate on the things that they need to do on the second half to win this game.
Yeah, well, we've seen some adjustments made, though, on defense. You don't have McLeod now guarding Donnell Williams, because Donnell Williams seems to be much quicker than McLeod, and it could still be from that ankle injury. He may be suffering from the effects of that. So they've switched people on defense, and we saw Lovett come in. He did a nice job for the Friars.
He did. Sophomore.
That's right, and he's going to be heard from. And also, on the part of St. Anthony, you had Warren Anderson coming and doing an outstanding job as Encarnacion, and he switched most of the time during the first half. So they're going to the bench. They're playing 6 to 7 men, both teams. In this case, we've only seen 6 men for the Royal Knights, and we've seen 7 men playing for the St. Anthony Friars.
As we begin here in the halftime, it's more important to realize we'd like to congratulate all the fine people for coming out this evening for a game of this nature. I think it shows well that high school basketball is alive and well in Hudson County.
Yes, no question about that. When you have the #1 and #2 ranked teams in the state, that speaks for itself. Also, the crowd here and moving, and I have to congratulate the NJSIAA for moving the game here to St. Peter's College. Because can you imagine traveling to Wayne Valley to see these two teams from Hudson County? And really, it's not Bayonne, it's really Jersey City. Most of these players come from Jersey City. And to see them play against one another. They have this fine talent on the floor, 2 well-coached teams. The referees are letting them play basketball. You don't even know they're on the court.
And that's a key factor at this point, Bruce, which we had mentioned earlier. And so many games of this nature, the referees can control the game, or more importantly, dictate a game rather than control it. And I think they've stayed out the way as much as possible to let these players perform in this game because they've earned the right to be here, and they shouldn't just dictate what goes on.
Yeah, when you look at the St. Anthony's team, 9 straight parochial B champions, 2 out of 3 Tournament of Champions, was ranked national champions in 1989 with a 32-0 record. Was ranked #2 in the country in 1988 and 1991. They won the Star Ledger Trophy as the #1 team in the state in 1988, 1989, and 1991. They've won 3 Skyline Tournament championships. They've won 3 Metro Classic championships. I mean, they are just outstanding team. They're #1 in the Star Ledger poll, #1 in the Bergen Record poll, #1 in the Daily News Golden 20 poll, and then #2 in the USA Today, because the only team they lost to this year was Dunbar of Baltimore, 50-49.
And they shouldn't feel bad losing to Dunbar.
And the only team Marist has lost to was to Christ the King in a tournament in Florida, 62-50. St. Anthony's played Christ the King and beat them 58-47. So that's been the only common opponent they've faced this year. But now they're facing each other. And no matter what happens tonight, both teams are champions in my opinion. Now, coming into tonight's game, Pat, Marist has won 23 straight games. St. Anthony's has won 17 straight games. And, you know, with all this crowd here, we've got to give the crowd control people some credit. The police department from the West District, Tony Jordan, a former Lincoln standout, is one of the cops here. Ed Roselle, former All-County and All-State wrestler, that's a cop now. Ruben Gresham and Bob Coster, all out of the West Police District. They know how to work with young people, and that's important for a game of this magnitude. I've never seen a crowd this large at St. Peter's College. And of course, as we indicated, all the people involved here, Sister Allen, who's the AD at St. Anthony, and of course, Mike Pearson, who's the AD of Marist. Both schools have to be very proud of the turnout tonight.
As we get ready for an interview with Paul Giorgio.
Well, you know, I can also give credit to the Royal Knights mascot is back.
Oh, yeah, I saw him downstairs. He was fired up.
Yeah, Danny Spartucci, he's a senior, and he's also plays for the baseball team. Then for the Friars, we have Brian Rankakis. Rankakis is the mascot for the Friars, and so he's out there with his regalia as well. And you have it all, and we'll get some stats for you later on.
And we go over to Paul Giorgio and Jim Haig.
Wharf tonight before I had the other big guy on. We got another big guy here. This guy's a lot more familiar. Jimmy Haig, former writer for the now defunct Hudson Dispatch, now working for the Hudson Reporter. Jim, thanks for being with us.
It's good being here with you. Good seeing you again, Paul.
Thank you. Jim, your assessment of the first half, a little bit of a shock right now.
I don't know if it's so much of a shock. I think Marist obviously has proven itself as being a very good basketball team and worthy to be here at this level. I think what is a major surprise right now is the way that, for the first time I think I've seen all season, St. Anthony has been very stagnant offensively. They're not getting a lot of movement, and I think that they're waiting around and they're depending too much on their big three offensive forces, meaning Rhodes, who was hurt early in the first half, Roberts, who really can't get anything going offensively, and McLeod, who's not had a single point, not had a chance, only had 2 points on the tip-in, but no chances to get any type of post-up baskets at all. So I think right now, I think that's what the problem is St. Anthony not getting any continuity on the offensive end, and you got to give Marist a great deal amount of credit, because I think every time Mike Goins and Halim Abdullah touches the ball, you can see that they're sloughing off and letting them take the jump shot. Right. So I give Mike Leonardo a lot of credit in preparing for this game. He knows that if St. Anthony's going to beat them, he's going to have to stop the big three. He's going to let Goins and Abdullah beat them, and that's the case right now at halftime.
Good observation, Jim. How about the second half now? Roderick Rhodes, I guess the poke in the eye kind of took him out of it. He seemed to come around with 2 minutes left. What about the second half?
I would look for Rhodes to pick it up a notch. I mean, he obviously knows that he could very well, his high school career could end here tonight, and he knows he's in a dogfight. I mean, they were down at one point by 9 points in the first half. That's the most that they've been trailing in about 3 years. So this is a chance for Roderick Rhodes to step up as a parade All-American and rise his game to an extra notch. I also, though, look on the other side of the coin, look for somebody like John Giraldo, who's been a headsy player, a very gutsy player, to rise above too. I think they're the two key performers to watch in the second half, Roderick Rhodes and John Giraldo.
All right, Jim, thanks for being with us. We hope to see you again writing in one of the local papers or even on a national level.
Paul, I hope so too, and it's good to be talking to you again.
Take care, Jim. Thanks. Jim Haig.
McLeod is having the offense, and that's no problem for them. And we'll come back right after this with
My halftime guest is John LaRocca, assistant boys basketball coach at Elizabeth High School. And John, you're no stranger to both of these teams. You were in the same Christmas tournament with Marist. You saw them play all 4 games, and you've played St. Anthony's the last 4 years. So you know what both teams bring to the table. Were you surprised at anything that went on in the first half?
Well, John, yes, I was. You know, first of all, and we do take a look at St. Anthony's was shooting some jump shots. I was surprised them. Where in the past we played them, and what they like to do is bang the ball inside to Rhodes quite a bit. And you know, and to be honest with you, like Rhodes got hurt there, got poked in the eye, only played around 4 or 5 minutes. But with Marist, and they can shoot the ball. They just stay out wide in the perimeter, look for Roscoe, they look for Williams, and they were hitting some jump shots.
Now, with Marist, everybody knows they like to bang the three. They went through a stretch there where they hit 2 threes in a row, really changed the momentum of this game because they were down 4-0 early. They didn't get out of sync. They know what got them to the table, and that's their outside jumpers. Were you surprised St. wasn't pressuring them more on the outside?
Yeah, I was, John. You know what I really got to watch in the second half? You got to watch Bobby picking his defense up a little higher to really stop them from really sticking the jump shot and driving to the basket and just working for some layups inside. But that's Bobby's a great coach. And just watch at halftime, you see the change he'll make.
Well, that's what I was just going to ask you. You know Bobby Hurley at halftime is a wizard at making adjustments. What can you foresee he's telling his team right now?
Because I know what he's probably saying right now. I know what we got to do is work with the ball inside to Rhodes and get the ball to him. And like on the defensive end of the game, we got to pressure them up court a little bit, force the ball inside, double down, trap some more.
Think this is going down to the last minute?
Sure is, without a doubt.
John LaRocca.
Welcome back to the halftime show. Marist Royal Knights ahead 26-22. With me is a special guest, Bob Canopy, Executive Director of the New Jersey State Interscholastic Athletic Association. And Bob, you have a packed house here at the Yanitelli Center. I guess you're glad to see the crowd getting an exciting and getting their money's worth here tonight.
Well, it's a fine game between two very, very fine teams, and we're pleased that St. Peter's College agreed to host this particular event. It certainly provided the opportunity for many members of this community to be able to see the game.
Bob, your roots go back into Hudson County. You are a graduate of St. Anthony's High School. So what have you seen in the past years that have developed in Hudson County from when you were back in playing at St. Anthony's?
Well, obviously, being a resident, born and raised in Hudson County, we're always prided ourselves on outstanding basketball. I think that's being evidenced by the two teams that people are able to see today. They're two fine teams. There are many other fine teams that have always represented Hudson County. It's some of the finest basketball that we'll find in the state of New Jersey.
Bob, how do you find the tournament championships? This, I believe, is the 4th year that'll be taking place. This year it's being held at the Meadowlands. Overall, are you happy with the progress the tournament championships have made the last several years?
Yes, without question. The tournament continues to grow in its emphasis and support. The teams conduct themselves in an exemplary manner. They truly approach the game as champions. Sportsmanship is the highlight of that tournament, and we're particularly pleased with how it's been accepted by the schools, administration, and the respective teams.
Bob, let's talk one final question here about the situation about the game being switched over here to St. Peter's College. A lot of people wondering why it wasn't switched sooner, but as you had said, the plans were made a year ago. You never knew that these two teams would be playing so early.
Obviously, you can't anticipate what teams are going to be there. Obviously, these are two very strong teams. But once the team brackets are set, it makes it relatively difficult to turn around to the rest of the teams that are in that bracket and say, look, we know these two teams are going to be there, so we're going to move this game. We moved it at the appropriate time when it was established that these two teams were going to be the ones that were going to play each other.
Bob, being an alumni from St. Anthony's, do you think the Friars will come back in the second half?
I have no opinion on that whatsoever. You're looking at the most biased person in the place.
Okay, there you go. Bob Canopy, Director of the NJSIAA. Let's send it back down to Bruce and Pat.
And thank you, Joe. With Mr. Canopy, we had a situation here with Mr. Canopy. We didn't know Mr. Canopy was from Hudson County.
I knew that all along. I used to work with him.
Fine man, fine man.
He definitely is a fine man. He gets involved in a lot of things.
It's important for a man of that nature to understand that this game had such magnitude to this county, and to keep it here in Hudson County, and we're particularly glad to have it here at City 3 Sports.
I gave him the paper. Looking at the first half stats and looking at the first half, St. Anthony's have to get some points from McLeod as well. Roger Rose will get back into the game, I'm sure of that, but Jaleel Roberts has had to work very hard for his shots. Whereas with Marist, they've used a variety of different people in their offense. And that's the difference in this game right now. But of course, Roger Rose sitting out that long injury has definitely had an effect.
Well, Bruce, what has to happen is that St. Anthony's has an outside game. As we can see the scores here, Roscoe Harris has 9, Donnell Williams has 8, John Giraldo has 6, and Warren Anderson has 3. Good bounce scoring, too. For St. Anthony's, Jilla Roberts 10, Roger Grote 6, Mike Goins 3, Rushawn McLeod has 2, and also Mike Levitt, the sophomore, came in, did a fine job. He has 2 points.
Yes, but Warren Anderson played very well in terms of his role. A nice job. There on defense, picking up the slot. National has switched up west for St. Anthony. Levitt has done a nice job.
You know, Bruce, one thing that's important that I've seen here is the fact that we have halftime stats for St. Anthony's. St. Anthony's shooting, that's the key. 36%, 8 for 22. Marist 9, only 38%. 5 for 7 at the foul line, 71%. Marist 5 for 8 rebounds. Here's a key factor: 18 rebounds from Marist, but that's primarily largely because of Roger Grote being out so much in the first half. Steals, 1 for Marist, 3 for St. Anthony's, and turnovers 7 apiece. That's even.
And if I'm Marist, I want Abdullah to continue to take that outside shot. Let Abdullah continue to take the outside shot. Just don't let the big 3 beat you. And then, of course, the big 3, the tray, is Rhodes, McLeod, and Roberts.
Well, Bruce, I don't think Bob's going to let Abdullah shoot that much in the second half. Everything's going to go on the Rhodes.
Well, he hopes not. I know that. But Marist will force him to do that. That's the defense. Look at that shot. And he's fouled. Abdullah picks up his 3rd foul.
And again, it was good defense.
But that was great isolation on the part of the Marist Roy Knights. One-on-one. They cleared out that side, let Giraldo take that.
Bruce, immediately they have to change the matchup. They have to put Goins on Giraldo to make the shot more difficult for Giraldo to pass off.
Yes, we have. Actually, we have 16 minutes of basketball left. Giraldo can hit the free throws. That's uncharacteristic of him to miss too many foul shots.
Bruce, it's also, again, the situation where Abdullah has as much quickness as Giraldo, but Giraldo is able to jump over him, and of course, his strength is his jump shot.
He had no rhythm, but there's a steal off the foot. Takes him in, block, but I think he should have passed that ball off.
True.
He really forced that shot, Hunt did. He should have dished it off. But nevertheless, I mean, Anderson is fouled on the play. I don't know why Jason Anderson took that, and that's exactly what Coach Leonardo was telling him. And now that's 4 fouls on Abdullah.
But that's the other side of the move he made. It usually doesn't work out as well as it does, particularly for Marist, that way it should have passed off. But Anderson's at the line. Again, we had talked about players that have to come up and play the potential, and this is where Bill Lovett, the sophomore, comes in. Let's see what he can do.
And there's a missed foul shot. That's 3 foul shots missed here in the 3rd quarter by the Marist Roy Knights. 3. Giraldo missed 2.
Giraldo missed the other 2. That's right.
So that's 3.
That's very uncharacteristic.
That's right. That's 4. That's 4 foul shots.
And Bruce, that could be the impetus for putting the Anthony's back in the game. And the first 5 minutes can dictate what goes on.
That's correct. As we've got Rhodes now. Bill Lovett in the lineup with Goins, Roberts. McLeod is out. They don't have McLeod in the lineup. More speed, more quickness. Maybe that ankle is still bothering him. Look how they move that ball very well.
That shot has to be made for them to stay in the game.
And that's what they have been doing, hitting from the outside. Nice defense, nice pass off. Nice movement by Giraldo and Harris. You've seen that combination often here in Hudson County, and they run it so well.
Again, Bruce, in a situation with St. Anthony's not hitting their outside shots with the kind of proficiency that I know they can, it hasn't opened up Roderick to go inside.
Right.
Because if he can go inside, they can open up their outside game. But that's been cut off because the outside shooting has just not been there today.
Well, if I'm Marist, you can pack it inside then. You don't have to worry about the outside shot, depending upon who has the ball. And again, that's
4 straight foul shots.
Make that 5 straight foul shots.
Again, at this point, what has to happen for Marist in a situation like this, they have to take advantage of it. You can't give St. Anthony's any thought about trying to come back.
And he makes 1, so that's 1 of 6, makes it 27-22. You'll see that tough man-to-man defense. Oh, almost a carry.
Almost. Rashawn McLeod's back in the game.
Let's see if they can free him up. Roderick Rhodes, blocked by Roscoe Harris. And he comes up with a loose ball. Goes backcourt. Nice call. He went backcourt. I don't know why he didn't give the ball to Geraldo.
I know why, because he felt the presence of Roderick Rhodes behind him, that's why.
But again, nice block as the Marist Royal Knights are playing tenacious defense. As you see Roscoe Harris now guarding Roderick Rhodes.
And it's a situation that's good because it puts the ball in Rhodes' hand, but also it gets a situation where maybe they can get Harris in foul trouble.
McLeod at the top of the key. Now, you can't leave him alone, too. He can surprise you with a three-point shot. Rashawn McLeod. Now, Jaleel Roberts has not gotten to the game. As a matter of fact, he's on the bench. And that is really surprising. He hasn't been moving too well without the ball, and that's why Coach Shirley has him on the bench. Goins from the corner. He misses a shot. They'll let him shoot that all day. Geraldo
has a break.
Takes it all along with a left-handed layup. Nice job by John Geraldo.
And Bruce, you know, this is where maturity comes in at. Last year, Geraldo might not have taken that particular play with as much authority as he did just then.
And he forces St. Anthony to call a timeout with 6 minutes and 1 second remaining here in the third quarter. It's 29-22 in favor of the Marist Royal Knights.
Bruce, there's one thing I think we should point out here, particularly for Marist, as we see the score 29-22. They have finalists, but it's not the final score yet. But Marist can't fall into a false sense of security that this game is over. Hopefully, they haven't played their best half. Hopefully, their consistency can keep up because they can't fall in that trap and think this game is over. I know they don't think that, but sometimes being ahead, they don't have the kind of confidence or execute with the kind of mindset they would if they were behind.
Well, Coach Mike Leonardo, I can assure you, and the assistant coach, Joe Forenza, won't let that happen.
As you see how St. Anthony's got here, they beat St. Mary's of Elizabeth
79-34.
And Patterson Catholic
82-36.
Hudson Exeter Catholic, my nephew's school.
56-39. Too bad for your nephew.
Marist St. Patrick's
77-60.
and Roselle Catholic 80-47.
And the reason why Marist only had played one less game is because they were the higher seed.
And one seed.
Rhodes, one-on-one, and he's fouled on the play by Roscoe
Harris. That's the situation, Bruce. Having the ball in Roderick Rhodes' hands to force the ball, the force defense for Roscoe Harris to try to get him in foul trouble. Because if Harris or Williams goes out, it's a different ball game altogether.
Yeah, one has hurt the St. Anthony Friars too by having Abdullah on the bench early in this game with 4 fouls.
That's true.
He's a tough defensive player. Rhodes is the first one, and of course, Rhodes didn't play about 8 or 9 minutes in that first half because of the eye injury.
He looks okay now, though.
Yeah, he's okay. It's 29-23. These two teams met last year, and St. Anthony won 67-53. As they will try to trap now. Look for that pressure. Oh, they drop down. Look for the half-court trap, though.
And again, with Goins on Geraldo's first concentration is to get the ball across court.
But smart play by Geraldo. He kept the ball in the middle of the court. He did not go to the sidelines, because if you do that, that's another defensive man. And they're trying to force him outside to the sidelines, where you can pick up that extra pressure and make the trap work effectively. Nice movement by Encarnacion. He's in the lineup now, replacing...
And Goins is fouling Geraldo.
He's trapped in the corner.
Like a shadow. Donnell Williams.
That's off. You can see that when he left his hand. Nice rebound, and he's fouled on the play by McLeod. Boy, I tell you, that was excellent follow-through by Jason Anderson.
Again, in the case of Donnell Williams, last year, he was just happy to be in the game in terms of the way he played. This year, his game has risen to another level to where he's making his presence known. Case in point, the situation on that rebound.
Yeah, I know one coach who would love to have him at the University of Kentucky, Rick Pitino.
No, Randy Ayers at Ohio State?
And Randy Ayers as well, so you get all these people after this young man, and he can shoot the three.
He can.
Foul shots, as we know, they're 1 for 6 in this second half of play, make it 1 for 7.
And Again, Bruce, let's keep this in mind. 1 for 7 at the beginning of the third quarter can make a difference in this game. If something happens where they fall behind Marist, we can look at this as one of the keys.
No question about it. Makes it 1 for 8. And you're right, Pat. And I know Coach Leonardo is looking at that stat. That is a tough situation. You've got to take advantage of those free throws. That's why they call them free throws. McLeod takes it to the hoop. Blocking foul call. That was close. But nevertheless, that's what you're going to see McLeod do. Take it to the hoop. There was a mismatch in there. Excellent ball movement by St. Anthony's to create that mismatch.
You know, Bruce, in a situation like this also, during the year, McLeod hasn't been called upon to score a lot. This is a situation where if you're not used to the situation to where you're called upon to score, you might be inhibited by doing this.
Well, he has to take it up another notch now. They need his scoring. It's 29-25 as Roscoe Harris is doing a nice job on Roderick Rhodes right now, making him work for everything he gets.
Also, it's important that the people that are controlling the ball are not getting in Roscoe Harris's hands to make a difference.
And he makes both free throws, so St. Anthony's, they're making their foul shots, make it 29-26.
A 3-point lead by Marist. Those foul shots by Marist has made a difference.
Boy, Geraldo really smooth ball player, handles the ball well, handles the pressure well. Donnell Williams now takes it to the hoop, and he scores. Strong move by Donnell Williams.
You know, that's the thing that Rick Pitino came to Jersey City to see Roscoe, actually Donnell Williams, to play at Snare High School. That move right there.
Yeah, he saw him in quite a game there as Donnell Williams just took over the show that day. As
Mike Owens.
Stolen by Warren Anderson, and he's played great D. He's given him some excellent minutes. Nice cross-court pass.
And also, Michael Goins got away with a foul.
Yeah, he got hit in the eye inadvertently as the referee notices that right away. That's the second play we've seen here tonight get hit in the eye. And the team can't go over to the sideline. If they do, that's a charged timeout. So you have a sub in. Encarnacion comes in now as they will administer first aid to Warren Anderson.
The difference is Encarnacion has a better jump shot.
That's right, he can shoot it if you leave him alone. Oh, the three-point shot is good.
Here's a situation.
Jason Anderson.
Here's a situation where one of the players who doesn't usually score comes up and makes a difference.
And that's a perimeter game. That's Maris's trademark. Roderick Rhodes, tough shot. Rebound, Roscoe Harris. Outlet pass to Geraldo, and look how smart he is. He'll change the pace and takes it in. It scores. John Geraldo.
Again, a move he did not make last year with authority.
Well, they anticipated him.
A sign of maturity.
They anticipated him going back out. It was 1-on-4. It's a 10-point lead. Roderick Rhodes. Turnover. Roderick Rhodes. And the Marist Royal Knights are rocking this place right now, Pat.
With a 10-point lead, this is an important point for Marist. How will they take care of the lead against St. Anthony's?
Trap, watch the trap now. Nice. Geraldo recovers. Out to the Roscoe Harris. Shot, pop, and 3-point shot by Roscoe Harris. And this place is going crazy.
The place is going mad.
39-26. The Royal Knights are leading the charge thus far. Rhodes behind the back, stops, pops, hits, but he's fouled. No basket.
You know, after all the big games St. Anthony's has had over the years, the polish of Bobby Hurley and what he's taught these young men has to rise right now.
Well, you've got a polished player in Roscoe Harris who's started 4 years and is the only player to play in 4 straight county championship games. So he's also rising to another occasion. Look at Roderick Rhodes dish off. Rebound is fought for, controlled by Donnell Williams. They're beating them to the loose balls right now. They're out hustling the St. Anthony Friars.
Excellent defense by Marist inside.
That's what it's been. They might spread it out.
2 minutes and 36 seconds left. Marist up.
Encarnacion gets out of the trap. And
this is where the ball has to be in Geraldo's hands.
Yes, as Coach Leonardo now shouts out the offensive line.
The back door's open.
You got to watch that back door, and also watch them not picking up one of the 3-point shooters. Because if you double team Geraldo, Encarnacion get it. Look at it. Good. Geraldo. It's the Marist Royal Knights leading the charge. The perimeter game is killing the St. Anthony Friars.
Patience and poise for St. Anthony's. Roger Rhodes.
Off the rebound, and they fight for the rebound. That's Goins. There'll be a foul called on Mike Goins as he looked a little frustrated on that play.
And he was frustrated because before, one of the last trips down court, Goins held Anderson on the way down.
Yes, and they sub now. It's number 24, Eli Camacho, comes in to give Roscoe Harris a breather.
Now, Marist is 6 for 8 shooting the second half from the field, even though they're only 1 to 8 in foul shootings, but it's made a difference.
Geraldo's being double teamed, but he gets the ball across court. Geraldo stops, gets it outside to Encarnacion. Marist Royal Knights can afford to take the time now as they spread the floor.
Encarnacion.
In and out.
Rebound.
Jaleel Roberts. McLeod has set out a lot this game, and again, I got to think that he doesn't have that lateral movement nor the quickness to contend with
Roger
Rhodes. Hits the three-point shot. By the way, Roger Rhodes now is the all-time, he's number 6 in the county as he has surpassed Michael Corrin tonight.
I think it's a situation here where St. Anthony's has to watch the press because the outside shooting of Marist could put him in further down.
Yeah, and they have to watch that because they can flash someone down the court and get that easy bucket.
There it is.
Nice easy bucket. And they're playing it very well. Jason Anderson with the big bucket with about 50 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. 43-29, the Marist Royal Knights. Rhodes in and out, and he's fouled on the play.
Darnell Williams.
But Rhodes will have to have the ball more often. If they want to get back into this game, that's the man who's not going to lead the charge.
Darnell Williams has 6 points.
That's got to be a different stat. That was the first half stat. Because I know he's doing very well. And they are boxing out so well on the boards now, Marist. They are negating the height advantage that St. Anthony had. And of course, McLeod has not played well tonight. And that is the problem. Rhodes hits the basket, and that's a credit to the Marist Royal Knights. Mike Leonardo certainly has prepared this team very well.
We have 44 seconds left. It's at a point now where St. Anthony's has to make it or break it.
Well, it's 43-31. And Roscoe Harris now is getting a rest. He's on the bench. Almost. They got to get it over the
second line.
He calls timeout.
Smart move.
But he looked at his coach. He looked at his coach and called timeout. But the guard play has also been the difference tonight so far because Abdullah had all those fouls, and Geraldo, if he has an opportunity to run a team, he's showing you why he's a tough player.
You know, a year ago, John Giraldi against St. Anthony's was shaken. Also because he had a young man named Andre Dasher to help him out. This year, Giraldo's by himself. He's matured. He recognizes the fact that it's in his hands, and today he's come through.
Yes, he's also scored over 1,000 points. 9 straight parochial champions. Look at these players for St. Anthony.
Mandy Johnson, we had on early before with John Ward.
Richie Redknott, David Rivers.
Jasper Walker, St. Peter's College grad, who played right on this very floor. Major players going to college in the program. Bob Hurley, of course, Jr. at Duke. Terry DeHare, Joy Walker.
And Danny Hurley.
And Robert Rhodes going to Kentucky.
Parade All-American, Robert Rhodes.
But today, the parade is going for Marist's way today.
Well, Roscoe Harris has done a great job, and he's resting.
There's 36 seconds left. Harris is resting.
Yeah, Coach Leonardo is smart. He's rested him for about the last 2 minutes of this third quarter. Nice trapping defense. 5-second call almost.
Almost.
You see how Donnell came to the ball. Tough defense now. Geraldo, look at the calm, cool Geraldo.
Left.
That's why he's going to Monmouth College, where he will team up with Jack Gordon. Stolen. Restolen. And it's going to be a jump ball.
9 seconds left in the half.
Boy, Mike Goins just gave up his body for that ball. That's why he's a tough player. You don't see many players like a Mike Goins, but of course you don't see many players like a John Geraldo either, and a Roscoe Harris. Now, Jaleel Roberts has been very quiet in this quarter, and you've got to get the ball in his hand. Geraldo is steal. John Geraldo just has to hold the ball. Just let it run out, and that's it. Smart play.
Smart move.
43-31, 31 at the end of 3 quarters of play with only 8 minutes left to go back.
Okay, it comes down to the point where they're up by 12 now. Can they hold the lead? I've seen teams have St. Anthony's in the hole before. I can recall a couple of years ago when St. Anthony's played Snyder High School. Snyder had them by 13 in the fourth quarter. Everybody was hollering and screaming that the game was over. St. Anthony's won by 20. It can happen here today. This is where the poise of Marist has to come up. They have two seniors, Harris and Girardi, who's been here before, to understand what it needs to take to win this game, and today they have to do it.
Well, I saw them come back against us. We see our cameraman, Alex Echeverra. Alex is on camera, Danny Gonzalez. Of course, we have Ali Morissette. We have David Mayo on graphics. Dr. Dennis Benjamin, who's in charge of this whole thing. We have Nelson Shorter. We have an outstanding crowd.
You know, there's been many criticisms about certain aspects of certain basketball here in Hudson County. A lot of people, St. Anthony's won, this year this team has won 28 straight games, most in their school history. But many people think basketball here is great in Hudson County, but some folks wonder why St. Anthony's doesn't play Hudson County teams more often. This could be the reason why.
Well, Hudson County's always tough. They don't care. Ferris will play them tough every year. 3-point shot is good by Warren Anderson.
Bruce, that could be a sign.
46-31 as Warren Anderson buries the 3 to start this fourth quarter of play. Roderick Rhodes pump fakes and puts it in. Tough shot off the glass. 46-33. You'll see full court pressure from now on employed.
They're going to have to be careful. Marist shoots too well.
Nice diagonal pass across court, and Warren Anderson gets it through. Almost loses it. Dishes it off to Darnell Williams, who saves it, but it's out of bounds. So you're going to see man-to-man pressure, full court pressure, traps, and everything employed by St. Anthony.
7:18 left, 46-33. Marist up.
And the Marist Roaring Knights just have to keep their cool and run their plays. And of course, they have to beat that man-to-man and full court pressure by the St. Anthony Friars. We have Jamal Curry now in the lineup for the St. Anthony Friars as they're trying to go to more speed. McLeod is up. Rhodes from 3 off the back rim. Giraldo taps it over to Warren Anderson. Nice play by John Giraldo.
Good block out by the Marist Roaring Knights.
Yeah, Giraldo's played one heck of a game. Watch the trap. Giraldo takes it. Oh, he's fouled by Jaleel Roberts. Boy, he's gotten quicker.
But that's a foul on Roscoe Harris.
Oh, they call it a block? Oh, that really fooled me. I thought Jaleel Roberts hit him with the hit. Well, the referee saw something I didn't see, and they've called a great game so far, so I can't question the rest.
They've kept themselves out of the game as much as possible.
Yes, they have. And that's George Harry and Rich Giolella, who've done an outstanding job here. And this NJSIAA...
Lovett goes up.
It's partially
blocked. Jaleel Roberts.
Yes. Comes up with a two-point basket. Makes it 46-35. Give the balls to Giraldo. They get it over court. Stolen. And St. Anthony's pressure defense is starting to work against the Marist Royal Knights.
They're not putting the ball in Giraldo's hands quick enough.
Almost stolen by Darnell Williams. They're playing man-to-man. They're still playing that tough D. Although this is a matchup zone type thing now. It's matchup zone. Darnell. Boom!
With the slam. That was a statement by Darnell Williams. Roderick might be the man this year, but he'll be the man next year.
He's playing Roderick man-to-man. The rest seem to be playing an area on the floor. They're going back to the man. Yeah, they're playing areas on the floor now. Basket is good.
Jamal Curry comes in.
It's 48-37.
Timeout.
Timeout Marist with 5 minutes and 32 seconds remaining in the contest.
Even though Darnell Williams made that exciting dunk, he's tired.
Yes.
They need to give him a break right now. They're going to need him down the stretch with 5 minutes and 32 seconds left in this game with Marist up 48-37.
Well, Coach Hurley has McLeod on the bench. He substituted using Jamal Curry and Bill Lovett. So it remains to be seen whether or not he'll try to get McLeod back into the game to post up low and get the ball inside to him. But this has been a fast-paced game, tough defense, into inaction. This is certainly not a game. But look at that crowd. Outstanding crowd.
Speaking of the crowd, Bruce, Marist is 9 for 12 in the second half. In fact, from the field, that's made the difference. And about 4 of those shots are three-pointers.
As we take a look at the Marist Royal Knights cheerleaders, and of course, one of the problems we have in this game, as the crowd is really getting into it now.
You know, at this point, it almost seems that St. Anthony's is stunned by the fact that they're behind, that they're not able to turn it on to come back. Well, but it's to Marist's credit that they're in the game.
Well, their outside shooting has been their weak point. As the ball is put on the floor, Geraldo just gets the ball and beating the 5-second clock. Nice play, diagonal pass, cross court, way to break it. Roscoe Harris from 3, it's good. 51-37.
Great execution by the Friars in terms of getting that press, but even better execution by Marist.
Yeah, exactly, but that diagonal pass stolen by Roscoe Harris. And they just can't post up down low. They're just playing much better D. They're quicker tonight. Marist seems to be a step quicker than the St. Anthony Friars. And it's going to be a foul call on Bill Lovett. With 5 minutes left to go, the 14-point lead for the Marist Royal Knights.
Also, Bruce, when you're 10 for 13 from the field, it doesn't hurt.
Yeah, Abdullah comes back in, and he's been a key factor. 4 fouls early in the game. He set out most of the second half, and of course, part of the first half. And Roderick Rhodes set out early, but that's not to deny Marist because they've played one outstanding game, and they're taking it to the St. Anthony Friars. Geraldo
Roscoe Harris, I see him put it up again.
Off the front rim. Encarnacion gets the rebound. Geraldo out to Donnell Williams, and again they set up.
Important. Maturity.
Yes.
Patience.
That's what the
being able to recognize what's important in this game.
Roscoe Harris. Almost stolen by Roderick Rhodes.
Geraldo again, trapped.
Patience. Encarnacion. They know where the openers were all nights. That's what does it. They have nice spacing, and they're doing a nice job.
Anderson.
They spread the floor here, looking for the easy basket. Now watch the give and go. Watch the backdoor play. Encarnacion does a nice job, and he looks and takes it all the way in.
Oh, and they call charging.
I don't know about that one, Pat.
You know the refs have made great calls, but that's a tough one.
I thought that he had the basket there. I think Encarnacion was in the air when the man slid under into that spot. I don't think he had established position.
But Bruce, the play is over. They have to come back and defend.
That's what they're doing now, though. Keep their heads. It's like a 1-3-1. It is. It's a 1-3-1 they've gone into
But
now.
they have Roderick low.
They're going to trap 1-3-1. And you got to take the weak there is, of course, he found the seam. And Roderick
was low.
And so there's a seam there, or would you have the corner shots open against the 1-3-1?
12-point lead.
Anderson. Out to
Roscoe Harris.
Stops, pops, off the rim. Follow up, Roscoe Harris puts it in.
You know, Roscoe Harris has not been given enough credit for his ability for what he does. 4 years, 4 Hudson County Championship games he's been in. He's turning it on tonight.
Well, they've gone to the 1-3-1. That takes away those outside shots. But the corner shots are left open. Another seam pass,
again.
and Rhodes gets the basket. They found the seam there.
You know, it's almost to the point where I think Marist is letting him have that.
Donnell Williams takes it, and one. Jaleel Roberts on the foul, but the ball handling ability of Donnell Williams.
Also, Bruce, I think St. Anthony's thought that they had the ball trapped back near their bucket, and they didn't take advantage or didn't recognize that Donnell Williams, who was tired, really breathing hard, was going to take the ball the length of the court.
Well, both of these teams are in excellent shape, but Mike Leonardo has done a masterful job with these Marist Royal Knights because of the outcome of this game. These young people are playing well, and Donnell Williams, people, is just a junior.
That's it.
He'll be back. That was an outstanding drive.
55-41, 3:10 left in the game.
And he misses the foul shot.
That's 9 foul shots missed in this half, but they've made it up by their outside shooting.
And they're making it St. Anthony Friars work. Nice Nice defense, though. They're making them work for everything they get. They're playing their game now. St. Anthony's is playing the Marist Royal Knights game.
And then it's a game that they're not used to because they don't have as much outside shooting power as Marist does, which is obvious. That's why they're in the situation they're in now.
Well, they've denied Jaleel Roberts that three-point shot, and they've done a good job on defending Roderick Rhodes. Goins misses the shot, and over the back will be called on number 13, Jamal Curry. They have played the perimeter defense better. The Marist Royal Knights. Mike Leonardo and, of course, his assistant coach, Joe Forenza, have scouted the St. Anthony Friars very well, and they have denied actually right now tonight it seems like the big two instead of the big three because McLeod has not been effective.
You know, I think that ankle, I had said before, Bruce, that if McLeod's ankle was not well, it would be a tough night for the Friars.
Well, that's something we mentioned before too. If McLeod was not in the game, and even the pregame show, they alluded to the fact that if McLeod can't go, then you nullify the height advantage that St. Anthony has.
And also the fact that can let Roderick Rhodes roam, and when he does that, he's even more effective than he is regular.
No question about it. Oh, and he makes the
foul shot.
Jason Anderson makes it 56-41, 15-point lead for the Marist Royal Knights.
It was if there was ever a point when the Royal Knights have to nail it in the coffin, they had to do it now at the foul line.
He's nailing it right now.
2:49 left, 16-point lead for Marist.
That nail is half a way down now. And all they have to do is not foul. Just play good D. And 2 points.
And Bruce, that's what they have done. They're telling his players not to foul.
Bill Lovett makes a 2-point hoop. Pressure, Roscoe Harris now, blocking foul. And Bob Hurley is irate over that call, but nevertheless, it's the Marist Royal Knights night tonight, I guess you can say.
Bruce, just before Anderson made the last two foul shots, Mike Leonardo brought his ball players over to the side to talk. And one of the things I think that he said, as a matter of fact, I know he said it, was don't foul.
He also said stay cool. Just get away, let them get the 2-point basket, just deny him the three. Roscoe Harris on his way to Villanova University. And he may have a chance to reach that coveted 2,000 mark again if they win this game. Jaleel Roberts goes to the hoop. Goaltending by Mike Goins. 57-43.
An aggressive move by Mike Goins, but it didn't work.
I have to say, and looking at this crowd, they are stunned tonight.
I said it before, Bruce. St. Anthony's fans really can't believe it.
No, they can't believe it, but I tell you what, Coach Leonardo and his Marist Royal Knights came in here looking confident. In the warm-ups, you looked at Roscoe Harris. And of course, Donnell. And that's the first time we've seen a bad play. Nice recovery by Geraldo, though. 3-point shot by Rhodes off the back rim. And that's been characteristic of what's been happening to the shots by the St. Anthony Friars tonight.
They're just not going in.
Yeah, Goins and Abdullah were taking the outside shots. I don't think those are the men you wanted to see take those 3-point shots. As Rhodes fouls Encarnacion. And Encarnacion will go to the foul line. He's just a junior, 6'1" guard, averages about 5 points a game for the Marist Royal Knights.
You know, Bruce, this is where, again, the Royal Knights have to be in a situation.
Well, that's why, too, Pat, it's great to play county games instead of once a year, you know what I mean?
That's why we've been crying for it. It would have been nice if St. Anthony's would have played him in the Madison Square Garden tournament earlier this year, but because of school administrations, they were not able to do that.
And they got to stop that nonsense.
And
let the kids play.
Bruce, we've talked about on our show.
That's right.
Let the kids play. Let the administrators get out the way.
Let the kids play the game. And as we see, Encarnacion makes 2 shots, makes it 59-43 with 2 minutes left to go in this contest.
Roger Rhodes, he'll go up.
No good.
It's not his night.
No, it's not. It's the night of the Marist Royal Knights, and they have earned it. They've won this game tonight. They've earned everything they've gotten. They've played hard, and Encarnacion is fouled. And this will be the last time they will see Roderick Rhodes play a high school game here in Hudson County. And of course, the Marist Royal Knights will go on to try to get into the Tournament of Champions. This year we'll have a new Tournament of Champion winner.
You know, Bruce, even though this game is not over, if the game ends as it looks like it's going to, the Royal Knights cannot deal with the fact that this is not the championship.
No.
This is just a big win.
No question
They have to
about
keep
it.
focused that the goal is to win the state championship.
That's right. To go all
Tournament
the way.
championships.
That's right. To go all the way. But they are, looks like they're going to be the parochial B, North Section 1 state champions.
Rhodes goes up.
Jaleel
Roberts.
He makes it. So the Marist Royal Knights will deny St. Anthony's an opportunity to win 10 parochial B championships in a row. Foul called on the play. Donnell Williams will go to the line with 1 minute and 33 seconds left to go in the contest. And this has been an outstanding accomplishment for the Marist Royal Knights. Both teams came in here 28-1. Both teams had common opponents, only Christ the King.
And Bruce, Mike Goings finished his last game at St. Anthony's.
And Abdullah comes out as we see
Roderick Rhodes, his last game at St. Anthony's.
Yes, as Roderick, as he shows his sportsmanship, that's what it's all about. Roderick Rhodes goes out. The Royal Knights just were too much for Roderick to win or to be alone tonight, as Jaleel Roberts did not have his outstanding game, and of course McLeod was not a factor. As we see massive substitutions by Coach Hurley, Tyrone Gardner is in the lineup now for the St. Anthony Friars.
You know, as Donnell Williams shoots this shot, Bruce, it's important to be great losers in this situation, recognizing the fact that this was not their day. They've been great winners in the past, but Anderson intercepts.
Yeah, Derek Holmes is in the lineup now also for the St. Anthony Friars.
A minute 26 seconds left, 63-45. And Geraldo with the ball.
Carlos Cueto's in the lineup as well for the
Roscoe Harris. I guess he wants to cherish every last second of this game.
Yeah, Kevin Haynes is in the lineup as there's a foul call. And number 25 is Steve Santalanza. So Coach Hurley has emptied his bench entirely to put everybody in. With 1 minute and 14 seconds left, the score is 63-45 in favor of the Marist Royal Knights, and he has left the entire lineup in. I guess he wants them to savor everything. They missed the shot.
Every second.
And he's pressing them right to the end. They go back on defense. They fall back. And this is going to be a moment that they will definitely treasure for the rest of their life. Cueto misses his shot.
1 minute left in the game. Geraldo with the ball.
And Geraldo has the
Stole
ball.
the ball up. They're as purposeful in running their offense as they did when the game first began.
Yes, you have Geraldo, Harris, Encarnacion, and
the same five.
And Williams on the court for the Marist Royal Knights. As they will become the parochial B state champions. They dethrone the St. Anthony Friars, which is quite an accomplishment.
31 seconds left in the game.
And the backdoor play. Again, St. Anthony's came into this game rated number 2.
Mike Leonardo
in the state.
Trying to get some players in.
Number 2 in the nation, I should say. The St. Anthony Friars came here.
And they're coming out. Roscoe Harris.
Yes,
Donnell Williams.
As he makes
the pillars of the Marist Royal Knights.
And the man, though, Geraldo.
John Geraldo.
Who made it all happen, too, because he handled the pressure very well. He stepped up his game to another level, and he has been the last few games we've seen, as we see an elated Coach Leonardo. Shot is no good. But again, St. Anthony came into this game rated number 2 in the nation and number 1 in the state.
But again, when you have to face county competition, it's a different story with guys in your own backyard.
And the players know each other.
That's true.
They're not intimidated. So that's the key. And most Hudson County
7 seconds left.
Play tough D.
There's the game.
It's over. It is over. The parochial B champions, the Marist Royal Knights, dethrone the St. Anthony Friars. As you take a look at the clock, 63-45, and the crowd is going wild here at St. Peter's College, and rightfully so.
You know, it's only a situation where you can understand when a person was in high school or something at this level, they can understand the significance of this game for the Marist students and players.
Also for the entire program of Mike Leonardo, because Mike made a statement in the paper that being rated nationally was important for for his program because he doesn't know if he would get the players that a St. Anthony Friar team would get. Well, I tell you, after defeating them, he definitely will get some recognition now. And what this does to the national polls, as I've always said, they mean nothing in my opinion. You got to go and look at people play.
Well, you know, Bruce, you know, I'm always for the national polls. I think it's a good parameter for certain schools, but it's more important when you have to defend it.
Well, true, but I think for high school basketball, that's a bit much for me. I just look at how they play in the county, and they do a nice job here in Hudson County. And when you have the student of Coach Hurley coming back to give him a bit of his own medicine, so to speak.
As we see the crowd exuberant over the fact that Marist won, we're going to go to a break. We'll be back in just a moment.